Hello friends, welcome to JCE Connect. Today we are going to solve few of the problems on the valuation. In the previous class we have seen what is valuation, what is depreciation and how to cope up with the valuation, depreciation, few of the terminologies and the things that what we are required to solve few of the problems. Now in today's class we are going to solve few problems which are the most probably the problem which in the previous exam these problems have asked frequently, so we are going to solve these problems. So check it out how these problems are going to be there. Now the first problem what it says is that I'll read that problem first. The owner has taken a property on a permanent lease with the with an annual rent of rupees 9000. The area of property is 30,000 meter square, and as per lease document the lease is subjected to the sale mortgage, hypothecation, then sublease and release. The land rate is surrounding locality vary from 27 rupees to 33 rupees per meter square. Work out the value of property. Now in this problem they have asked us to determine the value of property, and we are going to solve this in two steps. And the first thing what you for the see our intention is to get the net value of the property, and to get that net value of the property two things you required. One is the value of no property, total property, and then we are going to go for the deductions. That deduction what we are going to do for the uh, no for the year's purchase, right? So those things we are going to discuss. Now the first step that what I have written here, and I have taken the consideration value. The average value I have taken is 30 rupees per meter square, because here they have mentioned. Now if you see the problem, now here in this problem they have given two rates. One is here, that is of 27 to 33 rupees. They have not mentioned the land rate, right? Exact land rate, but they have given the range of that. So I'll be taking the average as 30 rupees. Then I'll be going further, right? So that first step says that considering the size and shape, location, frontage, ground level, surrounding developments, and the sale instance of the nearby properties, and the term of a lease and various other factors affecting open land values, the rate of open land under the consideration is taken as 30 rupees per meter square. As I said that now I have taken the average of 27 and 33. So considering all those things, right, I have taken this rate as a 30 rupees per meter square. Now if a single rate is given in the property in the problem of that property, you can take that rate. If they have given the range of rates, you just take the average of that and you can go with that. Now so first and the foremost thing what I'm going to do is that I know the total right uh, uh, the permanent. See, I know the no, as per the document, they have given the area of property as here. This is 30,000 meters square, and the rate I know that I have taken it as 30. So I'll be getting the value of property, that is 30 into 30,000. It is going to be 9 lakh rupees. That is the value of property, and then I have to do the deductions for that, right? And my deductions will be, see, I'll be having the total deduction. I have to work it out, and then I'm going for that based on the year of purchase. Well, my friend, now this is step 2 where we are going to do the deductions, and here the capitalized amount of annual ground rent of rupees 9,000 at the percentage, that is 6.25% in the perpetuity year with the year of purchase 16, right? So that if you see this, the rate is given. What is the rate is 9,000. For this 9,000 rupees, okay, now here the two things you have to understand while solving this problem is that you are supposed to take the no percentage, that how much percent you're supposed to assume here. That assumption we are going to do, and that is based on the table number 5, that rate of interest, how much the rate of interest we are going to get. Now you can take the rate of interest between 6 to 6.5. That is the probable rate of interest that what we are having, but I'm going to take the average rate of value here, which is based on the that particular locality. Here I feel that the 6.25 may be the probability rate of interest what I can go for the land capitalization. So here it is 6.25 is the average that what I have taken, with the basic rate of interest, that is 6 and 6.5. So it will be 6.25 in the perpetuity. Here with this 6.25 you are supposed to get the year of purchase. Now this thing we are going to get from the table. This is table number 5. You will be having 5 to 6 table will be there in the no valuation. Those tables in the no in the upcoming classes we are going to discuss about those tables. So in the 8 tables will be there in the valuation, right? So we are having 8 tables in the valuation, and you should know what are going to be there with those 8 tables. So I'll be dealing with with such kind of things in the upcoming classes. But here, for the sake of understanding, that you should know that we are going to refer table number 5 of the valuation, and from there we are going to choose the year of purchase for the rate of 6.25. Let's see what how that table is there, and how I'm getting the value there. Now here you can see that table is there, and you will be having the rate of, in that table you will be having the rate of interest and the year of purchase. Here if I if I zoom this, see here what you are going to get. Here you are going to get the rate of interest. So I'll be having the rate what probably I am going to choose, that is 6 and 6.5. So I have taken the average between this. So the whatever value I am going to take, that I have to interpolate with the 6 and 6.25, and I have taken the average, that is 6.25. For that 6.25 we are going to see what will be the year of purchase value. Now if you zoomed in, you'll be having here this side, you can see that, right? Here you can see that for this 6 and 6.5 you will be having, for 6 you will be having 16.67, and 6.5 you will be having 15.38. So most probably here, if you do the interpolation, you will be getting the 16 year of the purchase. So that year I'll be keeping in mind to solve this problem. So I'll be having the year of purchase, that is 16 years. This year of purchase is very important to define the outgoings, or to get the deductions. That, say, we know that the the annual ground rent is rupees 9,000, and for that 9,000 you should multiply the year of purchase. You'll be getting the no total deduction. It is here, it is that is 1,44,000 is the amount which you have to deduct. This amount is to be deducted from the total value of the property to arrive at the net value of the property. So that I have got here, that is this is the net value of the property. Here we are having 9 lakhs minus 1,44,000, and we are going to get the rupees 7 lakh 56,000. This is the final answer for this. So this is the problem that what you are going to get, and most probably this value here, that is 6.25, will be given in the problem. They are going to mention it, because the rates are going to vary. If you take throughout the India, even if you take throughout the state, in state, even in according to the district, this rate is going to be changed, right? So I hope that examiner, or the person who is going to set the paper, he is going to keep in that mind that this value is given the problem, so that to avoid the confusion. If not given, table will be available. You can go to the table, you can select the values, and you can go for the year of purchase. This is what from this problem we are going for. No, we are going to check it out few more problems in the evaluation, few more problems of the uh, no year of purchase and rented values. Now the next problem is, now my friends, this is the next, this is the second problem. Here we are going to solve the problem, right? Which is, see, basically we are going to determine the net value of the property here again, and then we are supposed to have some of the deductions you have to derive from that. Basically we are having two different method. One method is a kind of a, right, you can call this as a logical method will be there, and you'll be will give a variable values for year to year, and that is not suitable. So no, but still I'll be giving you the knowledge of a logical value method, and that you have to refer table from the different valuation tables, then you are supposed to solve this problem. Now here I'll read this problem, and then we'll go for the solutions. Now the problem says that a leasehold property having an area of 2000 400 meter square is leased out with an annual ground rent of rupees 2100. The unexpired period of the lease is 41 years, so lease period is given, that is good thing. The lease has constructed the building over the land, and he realizes an annual gross income excluding local taxes of rupees 38,700. The property is being used as workshop for a light industries. The fair rate of open land in the surrounding locality must be taken as rupees 35 per meter square. Work it out the value of property on behalf of the leasee. So we have to find out the net property value along with the deduction. So we are going to solve this problem by two methods. One is the logical, another one is the the practical method that we are going to solve it mathematically. So first step is the logical step, that what I'm going to explain. So I have written that, see, the valuation of the property can be worked out by the following two methods. One is the first method, we call it as what, the logical method. The total amount in the in the form of a rent to be received by the leasee during the unexpired period of the lease can be obtained by the applying suitable coefficient at rupees 1 per annum at the reasonable rate of interest. That what we do the assumption of a 1 rupees per annum, right? So based on that, the present value of a such amount can be found by applying the suitable coefficient. Now I'll be telling you the suitable coefficient, how the things will be there for that. Now here suitable value from the valuation table, that is valuation table no with with a present value of rupees 1 at a reasonable rate of interest. This method, though the logical, will given a variable values from the year to year. The reference depreciation, that we have to go for the depreciation chapter, and there the page number, if you are referring the Rangwala book, so here in that book it is a page number 642, that will give you the percentage of a various method for the different ages in year. So we are going to get for 40 years, and the straight line 66.6% depreciation for the 40 years, that I am going to tell you. I hope that I am having the table. So my dear friends, this is the table that what we are going to have, and for 40 years I'll be having, see here, the depreciation table. Here the depreciation value will be given, the deduction or depreciation meaning the reduction in the value. So the depreciation value with a straight line is the given. So for 40 years, as we are going to get the 40 years, what will be the probable value? It is 66.4. Here this is the 40 years, and for this 40 years we will be having a value of 66.64, right? So this is the depreciation percentage with a straight line. Now this percentage, if you get, right, now this percentage you have to multiply with the value which is, now here my friend, you can see that we'll be having the value of no, the straight line value I have shown, that is 66.64. That 66.64 you have to take for the price or the value of rupees 2,50,000. And how that 2,50,000 came, I'll showing you here. You can see that how that 2,50,000 came here. So it is going to be from the deductions. Now here you can see that I'll be taking 12% of the no perpetuity with the year of purchase 8.33. So this will be there on the table number 5. From table number 5 we have to take this perpetuity for the 12%. I'll be having this 8.33, that is 25, right? 2,50,000 will be there. How I have got that? See, this 8.33 you are supposed to get from table number 5, and from now how you have got this 30,000? 30,000 I have got it here. Now here you can see that this is no 38,700 will be the amount, right? So this 30,000 uh, 30,000 right, 30,000 800 so 38,700 will be the amount, which, right, from that you have to deduct the annual outgoing. So probably annual outgoing we are going to consider it for around about 9,000 something, you will be there per annum. So here so we'll deduct that whatever overall value will be there from this 30,700. So 8,700 we are going to deduct. So you'll be having here you'll be having 30,000 will be the annual income from the property. To now that what we can work it out easily. Now this 30,000 you have to multiply with 8.33. So there you are going to get the value of property, that is going to be uh, 2,50,000 something, right? Now to this property, if you multiply with this value, if you multiply that is 66.4 percentage, 64 percentage, then you are going to get the net value. Now here you can see that to that value, if you multiply this 66.64, then you are going to get the 1,66,600 will be your value. Now this is a logical method where the most of the part will be a logical one, so it will be very difficult to use this method. So we are having a second method there. In this method, the rent is assumed to a continuous in the perpetuity, and the expected amount to be given to reduce the lease or the leaser to a part with his property, and the right, and it is converted to the leasehold interest into the fresh-hold interest is deducted from the capital's value property. So the gross annual rent of the property is, here will be having 38,700, and the overall, that what I said, that most probably it is going to be no nearby 9,000. So I'll be deducting this, whatever extra amount will be there, 8,700. So I'll be deducting that 8,700. Then I'll be getting the annual income from the property is 30,000. Here you can get that, right. That is the annual income from the property is 30,000. For this, capitalized percentage is 12, in a perpetuity with the year of purchase 8.33. Now this for 8.33 we will be having for this 12% we will be having year of purchase of 8.33. That I am going to show you here in the table number 5. So my friend, this is table number 5, and for this is the rate of interest, that is 12, and for this 12 you will be having a year of purchase, that is 8.33. Now this you are going to use in the calculation, and based on this calculation you are supposed to get the value of property, that based on the ground conditions. I hope that you are understanding this, that this is a table number 5. You are going to get the year of purchase. For this 12% we'll be having 8.33 is our year of purchase, and that we are going to multiply to the 30,000. Then we are going to get the total value of the property. Now here what we are having is the deduction and the estimated amount of the open land at rupees 35 per meter square is to be worked out. Now here we have got the 2,50,000, right, is the amount that we are going to get, the 8.33 into 30,000, and then we have to do the deduction with respect to the amount of open land at the rupees 35 per meter square. That is, see, they have given the 2400, right, that is 2400 meter square is the area which is mentioned in the problem. That is the leasehold property having an area of 2400 meter square is mentioned in the problem, that you are going to multiply with the 35. You are going to have the 84,000. This 84,000 you have to deduct from the no the value of property, that is 2,50,000. Then you will be having 1,66,600, which is same as first step, but first step is a bit logical here, so we are going to no not going to consider that. So this method we consider it as a mathematical one, and here also we are doing some of the assumption, but for a lesser instant.